The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast episode. I think this is 875. If you're watching this,
let's shoot this Lincoln.
If you're watching along with us, you're watching this somewhere at the end of November. This episode will be airing for your pretty little ears on all the popular podcast locations at the end of December, probably Christmas, which means you need to keep in mind the Christmas show. It's December 26th. At
Kwanzaa.
Is that Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Our Kwanzaa show, our first annual Kwanzaa, our inaugural Kwanzaa show.
I'm going to tell you right now, Slade and Rob, either you motherfuckers show up in a dashiki.
Oh, you show with that
rolling you
kente
right
shit?
the fuck out.
Hey.
I'm rolling you right the fuck out the building.
Well, hang on. Are we allowed?
No, we're not doing that
No,
fucking
we do not want
Democratic
to see
shit
a
in the
gas
middle of the
station Kente Claus fucking hat.
So you're saying don't do it?
Is that the guy that comes at Kwanzaa? Is it Kente Claus?
Kente Claus.
Is that who comes and brings gifts
Yeah.
Kunta Claus. Kunta Claus.
to the kids? Kente Claus. I come to give you gifts.
Ho, 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 motherfucker.
No, ho means something completely different from Kunta Claus.
Yeah.
I am Kente Claus.
I have your present now.
I am the Santa Claus. I am the Santa now.
It was the night before Kwanzaa. In all through the field. That the slave was running away for the first time ever.
That did not rhyme.
It's not supposed to. None of that shit rhyme.
English is
over
my second
there.
language.
Hell yeah.
You
December
know what? It rhymes when you do it like this.
December 26th is the day after Christmas. You can jump in with us. What?
Jenny Dracarys, I am the center now.
There it is. There it is. Do come see us. I think the ticket is relatively cheap. You can go to the secret group htx.com. It's very limited. We're only, to my knowledge, doing one show, and we're incredibly limited on space and size as opposed to previous years.
Can I ask you this? If
it sells out, can we do a second show?
If these motherfuckers buy their tickets early and sell this bitch the fuck out,
Yes.
will we do a second show?
Yes, if.
Balls in your court, motherfucker.
All those ifs. Yeah, we'll do a second show. Jerry Wayne Longmire is on the. We got a mic over there. He's on. He's working fact checking our monitor over here. So we'll get to some of that.
Fact checking this show.
Yes, I know. You there, Jerry?
Yep.
All right. I did it like I'm on a fucking. Jerry, come in. Jerry, come in.
Breaker 19, breaker 19. This is Rubber Duck. Rubber Duck.
Oh fuck.
I love that you put yourself in that pigeonhole and not me. Because when I look at you, that's what I see.
The fuck's up, Rubber Duck?
All right. So,
Okay, good talk.
What the fuck happened to Jerry?
I'm right here, baby.
Look at
I was
somebody-
looking up y'all shows so I could
He's-
get it on the screen.
He's getting picked off by that fucking duck. That dog.
This motherfucker get some trucker head.
that straight of hands blue peak fucking did him.
All right, well, I'm gonna do my glass.
Speaking of which,
You do that. It's for the people who don't know Jerry Wayne Longmire. I haven't told this story in the podcast. And Jerry Wayne, he found out himself last week. I started drinking Jack on the Rocks because of this motherfucker.
Whoa.
Do tell.
When I started doing comedy, remember when I worked at your room first? I was Bud Light and I drank shots of Jose Cuervo.
I don't remember because you were so not worth knowing.
Yeah. Because I got completely blitzed and like I had to be just carted out and I like slept in your parking lot. And then
Off Bud Light.
Then I was a vodka cranberry guy. Then I was a gin guy for a very long time. And when I got out of jail, not bullshitting, my first open mic after gin put me behind bars, I walked up to the bar and Steve Ryan, the bartender at the last time open mic, goes, Sam, gin and tonic? And I was like, no. I was like, I can't even look at that shit anymore. He goes, what can I get you? I was like, I don't know. Give me a minute. And in the meanwhile, Jerry Wayne walks right up next to me. He was like, are you? And I was like, nah, that's all you, bro. He goes, I'll take a Jack on the Rocks. And I go, I'll have what that motherfucker's having. And that was 15 years ago. And I haven't drank shit since.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He did it. I was like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. I took it, that initial bite that it had. I was like, this will slow me the fuck down and this will keep me out of jail. And it did for
This
a while.
whiskey will keep me out of jail.
Do you know?
Nobody's ever
Okay.
said that about Jack.
Yeah.
Well, no, it did for a while. Look, when you go from vodka, cranberry, and gin and tonic, like Jack straight, I was like, oh, cool. Every one of these takes me like 20 minutes. And then 2 years later, it was like, I could drink 4 of these in 20 minutes. And
Do you know, I started drinking Jameson. I'm thinking about this now. I think it was 99. I was working in this bar restaurant. And this girl, she drank Jameson and water. And I was like, man, let me drink some of that. And then I drank, it was just Jameson, and it tasted so god awful. And I was like, this is horrible. Fuck this bitch. And then she ended up wanting nothing to do with me. And I ended up burying myself in a bottle of just plain Jameson to get over. And so weirdly, she got me into Jameson regardless. She tried twice.
my old roommate used to drink Jameson ginger ale. And I loved it.
Jesus Christ.
Funny, man. Y'all doing all of this, and I was learning how to jack off.
You were.
Jerry, I was 20. I was 20 years old.
All right, so you still don't really fuck with liquor.
No, I'm not. I'm not a big anything guy right now.
I
I'm
got
off
you.
everything.
And everything.
That one sweet drink they made at that one Whiskey Brothers show. Yo, ass
I like
was-
though. Like I drink when we
you
have
were a
the
fan.
shows and very occasion, but like I'm off substances right now. But
I got you.
For a while, it was just tequila. I loved tequila and Sprite.
What got you into tequila though?
Those threesomes.
Ah,
It was like a baseball thing. You know what I mean? You know how you like
Gatorade.
it was like a baseball thing. It was just like, all right, I choose sunflower seeds, I spit here, I do. It was like a ritual. So I
Yeah,
was like,
work.
I'm gonna do tequila because somehow that's how I end up
Sinatra and Jack Daniels.
with it. Oh, hilarious.
that's funny. Rob, why'd you start drinking Jack? Was it because y'all were happy it wasn't illegal anymore?
No, because he was happy when him and Jack Daniel got together and the recipe worked.
I had a better prohibition joke if you just let me get there.
when did you start, Rob? It was like late 80s?
Yeah.
Probably late 80s.
Yeah, it's a late.
Has it always been straight Jack?
No, I had a brief love affair with tequila, but
Okay.
Yeah, but that passed
Was it a
too.
threesome thing?
no.
Okay.
Bro, you were jacking
Foursome?
cooks when
Right? I'm having eightsome straight.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
It was the 80s. There's a reason he
I
rolls
be
his eyes at
stressed
you.
out when there's that many bitches.
Yeah.
You like, this feels like a blessing, but it ain't. This is work.
when we were doing the Whiskey Brothers Tuxedo shows in 2003, you were jacking coke guy.
Yeah.
And you remember back then, I was the
Tuxedo
reason.
shows.
Oh yeah, we
Y'all used
did,
to go
we did a
penguin
rap.
style?
We
You
did
wanna
a
do
rap
one?
back show.
Yeah. Nah, ooh.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
gotta go to
brother-
Al's formal well.
Yeah.
Me and you
We-
both,
we
bro.
ready?
Prom night in this bitch.
How many
Wait.
Tuxes do you think I own?
Yeah, right.
But I used to have a bottle of gin in the backstage
Oh,
when we had
that's
the bar
right.
on
Yeah.
stage back
That's
then.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it put me in jail.
Yeah.
How did you go to jail on gin? I'm pretty sure you told it, but just give me a summary of it.
Oh, dude, I was guilty as fuck, bro. It was just, it was
This is old age,
it was,
man.
No, it was a DWI. It was
Okay.
No, trust me, there were plenty of times on gin where, bro, there was one time we were in a strip club back when you could still smoke in bars, and I used to just sit my pack on the table and just grab them out, whatever. This dude at the table in front of us, he just turned around, saw a pack of cigarettes, pulled one out, and just lit one. And I said, excuse me, motherfucker, those ain't free.
Yeah, those these are
I ain't turned around. He goes,
complimentary cigarettes.
and he goes,
Right, they're not nuts.
Yeah.
I don't
These
fucking.
ain't mints.
And then he looked at me. He said, "Then you should put them in your pocket." And he turned around back to his friends, and I pulled one out and I lit it. And I took a couple drags off. I tapped him on again. He turned around and goes, "What?" And I stuck that bitch out in his fucking eyeball. Because that's what Tanqueray does to my blood.
Yeah. Wow. Did he holler?
And him and his buddy stuck it. They
I
stood
bet it was
up.
like a yelp, like a like a
So there was
That motherfucker
five.
pulled the shaggy.
like you put a rocking chair on a chihuahua. Just like one of you know what I mean?
There was five of us. There were three of them. He stood up and his boy stood up. Was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, there's five of us and one of y'all has one eye. I don't think you want to
One of
fucking
y'all
do
is
this."
I'm
Bushwick.
gonna say this: in the land of the one-eyed men, bitch, it's you.
Yeah. The guy
now
who sells
that-
cigarettes is not king.
That's so funny.
And now that's the tagline for the Whiskey Brothers.
I know you want to know what's funny because look, I drank gin for a long time, but Tanqueray would just make me want to fight people, whatever. And when I did that shit to that dude, we got thrown out the bar, of course. The next day, my dad just called me out of the blue. My dad, he drinks nothing but gin. That's his thing. It's his favorite thing ever. He called me out of the blue the next day, And I was like, you know what, Pop? I don't think I can drink gin no more. He's like, what happened? I was like, you know, last night I put a cigarette in the motherfucker's eye for taking a cigarette from me. And my dad said, Tanqueray, wasn't it?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah. He goes, that don't do good with our blood type, son. He goes, it was my dad, it was me, and now it's passed on to you, too. He was like, ask your mama. We probably not together because of that green bottle.
You and he had to go to
Dead
Vietnam
serious.
to learn that lesson.
Wow.
Jesus.
Dead serious. He was like, when I said I did some fucked up shit, he instantly knew what I was drinking. And I have no idea. But there have been times where I've been out with you and a motherfucker starts some shit. You be like, we ain't even have to fight a motherfucker or two. And I go to the bar and be like, let me get 2 shots of Tanqueray, please. And I will sit there and I will down them. And I'll be like, I'm ready, motherfucker. Because I know in about 10 minutes.
Hulk juice.
Fucking Popeye over here.
It's fucking hilarious.
I fight to the finish because I dig my spinach. It's Tanqueray, man.
Yeah, well, the problem is once the fight starts, now you got to get me to stop it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we end up with. Like Slade going, let me throw this motherfucker in the cab for the love of God.
Bro, I shoved him in a cab so hard, I might have been the reason he had a cut on his head the next day. I thought the cab driver beat him up in the street, like like you threw up in my cab or something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about outside of Barrymore's of Canada, where you were like, let me get him out of here before the cops come. And it's an international incident.
Yeah, but you open hand slapped a dude. That was so disrespectful.
Come on, man. You can't be acting the ass.
Nah,
Internationally.
Internationally.
He needed exactly what he got.
But that ain't your place. You ain't a citizen.
Oh, it was.
You visited.
It was. He threw my drink on me after last
He was
call when I couldn't
Kofi
get another
Annan.
one.
He was
Sam,
a UN
You
representative.
don't act the ass at your in-laws' family reunion. You sit your ass there and you
sleep in the attic.
Yeah, you let it be. You don't go over there and be like, don't talk to your mama like that. Like, what the fuck?
Do you know how many years I've
Uncle
gone
Henry,
to
you're gonna get
Canada?
this.
Yeah,
There's a
Here we
slap
go.
right there
Here we
from
go.
Tombstone. That's
After all the years I had gone
exactly
to
what
Canada and
happened.
not delivered that slap, it needed to happen.
It
bro.
needed to happen. The slap needed to happen.
Yes.
But it was one of those things, man. Like it might. You've never ever have you seen an open hand slap correct a dude the way this corrected this dude's whole life's trajectory.
You lined him up.
Like, bro,
Bro,
like,
we came back the next year and he was like, "Hey man, I
I'm
was
going
really
to
out of
college
line."
now, and I got a girl. I got a serious relationship. Like, you were like, what happened? He was like, you slapped the shit out of me.
Motherfucking funny.
Oh, that's when Billy Bob was fat.
That's oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Billy Bob Cornton.
Yeah.
that was.
skin that smoke wagon.
You slapped a Canadian.
Oh, bro, the
Damn.
ever
It is-
living
it was
shit.
there it is. Wham! It was
You
the
knocked
nicest.
the loony out of him.
It was the nicest thing I could have
Rob,
done.
I
that
guarantee you, he saw geese flying around his head.
The slap heard round the hood.
A lot of people didn't see the slap; they heard it.
Dude,
And
but
they
like
turned around
down
and like,
down
what the fuck happened?
alleyways. Like, did someone? You know, sometimes you're like, was that a gunshot or?
The bouncer, this big Samoan dude, comes up and grabs me and pushes me up against the wall, and everybody was like, "Hey, let him go! This motherfucker really had that slap coming." Like there was like 6 people going, "No,
okay.
dude, trust me." Like he needed to get
Look
hit.
here, I mean, we don't have a lot of time for fisticuffs around here. We'd appreciate if the black feller would just
You know
bring
what?
it down a notch.
Could you just get on the back of the horse for us? It'd make our night a lot simpler.
I looked that boy right in his eye and said, "And that's what I did with open hand. I will kill you, motherfucker." His Slade was like, "Taxi! Get this motherfucker out of here!"
And I shoved his ass in that
Christ's
taxi
sake,
too.
who gave the black guy the Tanqueray? Don't you
soon
know
as we
that
started
fires
driving-
him up?
As soon as we started driving, what's the first thing you said to me? How come you get to hit him? Because Slade wanted to hit this motherfucker for years, and I talked him out of it.
He talked me out of it earlier that night.
Yes!
Earlier that night, I wanted to crack this dude with a pool stick so
I was
bad.
like, no, man, we in another country, blah, blah, blah.
This is an irresponsible thing to do. You don't want. And then he opened and slapped him in front of me. That's why I threw him in the cab. I was like, get him out of here for his
outta
safety.
here.
I'm not happy right now. Fucking asshole. All right,
There's a cuck slap.
we're taking a quick break. You guys
Slap baby.
watching at home on Facebook and Twitch, stick around. We're gonna.
Slap.
Cuck slap.
It's a little known slap. That we'll be back on the Whiskey Brothers podcast.
Question? Comment? Just need to vent? Email us at podcast@praisewhiskey.com.
Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. We're all here, an entire studio full. We're working on some new video stuff you guys will be seeing sooner rather than later. Our friend Adam Taylor is here, fantastic director and videographer, will be working with us. And then Jerry Wayne Longmire on the ones and twos, I guess, is the equivalent, the DJ Jazzy Jeff to our collective Fresh Prince. Some of this, thank you, Andrea, for the bottle of, a very special bottle of Stranahan's Blue
Which
Peak.
is damn near gone.
That, of course, it's, I mean, how
It's
else?
fucking awesome.
That's how y'all used to do it.
We
A bottle an
disrespectfully,
episode.
used to drink really good whiskey.
You were talking about fights a minute ago.
Uh-huh.
I got in a fight in 4th grade
Whoa.
with this
Okay.
guy. Yeah,
Holy
I don't know.
shit.
He called me the N-word.
Did you fling the
So-
stone?
Really?
I love when you passively say that.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful. Did you go collect 3 stones and then chase the
No.
Philistine to his village?
No, I should have, because it was like a little slap fight thing in the fucking, in the playground, whatever. And
This
so,
late 70s, Rob. You got
yeah,
on some
early
shorts.
1870s.
Oh, the
And
70 shorts. How'd it start?
I don't even remember now, but it was something. And so they said, "Well, you'll have to settle it in gym class. We'll put the gloves on, and you can settle it."
Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
what?
All right, all right.
But the gym had already happened, so we had to do it the next day. And so I decided
You got to go home and train?
So you
I
Nate
went to the-
Robinson and shit. You
I went to the library and checked out a book on boxing. And my 4th grade dumbass is looking, okay, there's
Good,
footwork.
bro.
There's footwork. And I'm like, okay.
Fuck,
the jab,
yes.
the jab and all this shit.
And your head was still soft. I bet it stuck. I
Oh,
bet
yeah.
you can still box.
Well, they had the big fucking headgear on.
little
yeah.
Mungo.
No, I mean on the inside. You were still
Oh,
impressionable and
yeah.
learned. You could have learned
Sure.
another language in that time. Maybe you
Right.
do know how to box.
Maybe. I doubt it.
What if it took? What if you're this secret
I am not.
subconscious
I am
boxer?
not.
How do you know? Have you ever tested it?
No, I'm not. But I've got a
Have you been in a life-threatening situation since then?
Yeah, well, no.
Sam, punch him in the head.
Let me tell you how this ended, all right? Because I became a student of the game, of the sweet science.
How long did you study? The whole afternoon?
The whole night. I was up the whole night. I was up there. They had the little drawing.
Was there a chapter that said sleep was important?
And it looked like the fucking guy from the 1880s.
Yeah, put 'em
One of
up.
those fucking things.
The
And so I'm learning the
You call
jab.
them bitch mittens.
they look like those coat hooks with the two
Yeah.
squiggly eyes.
I'm learning the jab. Okay, you got to work the jab. And I say, well, okay, whatever. So we get there and they put the shit on. And the gym coach goes, ding, ding. Like, there's no fucking bell. What the hell? And the dumb idiot, he just comes charging like a fucking bull. I'm like, hey, he's not doing the footwork shit. What the fuck? This is a foul. And he fucking got me low blowing. Foul. Fucking foul. And the coach's like, there's no fouls. It's like, I was like, well, this is bullshit. Yeah. Kind of like that.
The big book of boxing.
Yeah, and so I got in one punch. I learned, okay, you can wear them out, because I read about how
You rope-a-doped him?
Yeah, I was saying, you can wear out your opponent. And so like, okay, I'll wait. And the fucker comes in, and he's hitting me low and shit. And they're like, okay, it's over. You're not defending. You're not fighting back. I'm like, I'm biding my time. I'm rope-a-doping.
I read the great big book
I
of
was reading
boxing.
the big book of
And
boxing.
on page 74, it said.
And it's over. He wins. I was like, this is bullshit, coach.
So did y'all decide to solve it after school?
No. I think he died of heroin.
That day?
That guy down there.
That's a strong way
middle
to.
school anything.
You couldn't beat up a fourth grade heroin
I was
addict?
I don't know what happened to it, but I was cheated because I studied the game, coach. I studied game film. I was learning, and this fucker just comes out and hits low, and no foul called.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
There was a kid named Frank Medina when I was in elementary school. And me
Sweet
and
Frank Medina.
Me and Frank, we fought. We just got in fist fights all the time. I think the first time I ever
Ben Bundrick was my guy. We went like 8 rounds.
the first time I ever balled up my hand and actually threw a solid punch was at Frank Medina. And a couple times he got me, a couple times I got him, and we fought all the time. Then through middle school, we went to different middle schools, and anytime we met up somewhere because like they're mutual friends, we still hated each other. Maybe now we get a little slap box, whatever. There was like freshman year in high school, me and Frank, we end up at somebody's party. He went to Lamar, and I went to Bel Air, and we ended up at somebody's party, and we got way too fucked up for two 14-year-old kids, and we didn't fight. We buried the hatchet, and we were like, I don't even know why I didn't like you. And he was like, I don't know why I didn't like you either.
And then the Tanqueray came out.
Nah, motherfucker. And then we proceeded to get high as balls that night, and I woke up on these people's front porch. Like that's how hard I went at 14 years old.
You don't somebody put don't.
Woke up on these motherfuckers front porch.
And I don't know if we fucked before I killed him, but
And then afterwards or whatever, that motherfucker later, he went and got a job at like a McDonald's or whatever. He was taking out the trash and he pissed somebody else off the way he pissed me off, and they went and they jumped him and they fucking killed him.
oh wow,
But we had like just buried the hatchet from when we were children.
right.
And they were like, Frank's dead. And I was like, well, I got a clear conscience.
And an alibi.
Yeah. The guys from fucking Law and Order. Not gonna, where were you on the night of?
There was a kid named Ryan Nickerson who lived not only in my apartments, lived right next door.
Oh, I bet it just sounded like he was saying bad things. To me.
No, he's
Hey, Nickerson.
he was bigger and blacker than me, and it was obvious the first time we fought. He beat the living dog snot out of me. And I came back and I got him once, and then third time I walked in there a little cocky thinking I knew some shit, and he was just like, motherfucker, I'm from the streets.
Nothing's worse. Nothing on this planet is worse than getting the second win. That's because you think you know some shit.
Yeah, I think
you think you figured it out.
I figured you out.
You didn't sleep after that first loss.
Nah,
you went home and
bruh.
you worked.
Nah,
but
bruh.
then once you got that second one under your belt,
I think he might have beat heavy metal into me. I think I was like, I am not gangster. I think I'm gonna embrace this rock shit.
yeah.
So he violated. He was rule violator, much
No.
like my opponent.
Oh yes, your fourth grade. Let's get back to your.
He pulls up Ryan Nickerson as all these white guys. I'm like, none of them look like that. I tell you, man, me and him, we lived in a primarily Mexican neighborhood, and like the Southwest Cholos pulled a drive-by on some motherfuckers, and we were out there, and I think that is honestly when I was just like, yeah, no more gangster shit. I hung up my dickies. I wasn't wearing nothing. Like it was flannel shirts, and I looked like a black Eddie Vedder from that day forward. I was like, I'll make sure you motherfuckers know I am not one of you. Bullets make a noise, and they go, yes, they hiss.
100%.
And if they hiss, that means they were close enough to your motherfucking dome.
That's right.
And I was just like, yeah, this gangster shit ain't for
This
me.
is not for me at all.
That and black women don't suck dick. Oh, fuck yeah.
Trey,
You know, they make that sound.
Trey's got a rebuttal, but he's from a younger generation.
Not when you're 13, they don't.
Trey, so you're from a younger generation where you got to understand.
No. I know about. I have a mom. I know what this.
Well, how
is
do you know
about.
what?
No, because I'm just
you know
saying,
what
like-
you would. That's a,
Yeah, exactly.
I forget
So,
I asked.
Yeah, so I understand that era of stuff, but I mean,
It's no longer taboo amongst.
well, now it's like it. I mean,
They went from our era like, ooh, I'm not sucking a dick to, I eat ass.
So wait-
Nigga, I gotta eat the booty like groceries.
So that's the question though, because it was also taboo both ways. It wasn't just.
it wasn't. Yeah,
It was oral
the guy-
sex. Oral
the guy
sex
didn't
in the
do
black
it.
community
Yeah.
was no go, right? Like through the
100%.
70s, 80s,
Yeah.
90s, and
Yeah,
today.
nobody
I
They
don't
didn't
know
do it.
what
We
the-
didn't do it.
Nobody was sucking.
They
and
literally
eating
didn't swim in
anybody.
that pool.
Right. So
Fuck you.
I'm mad at how good that
Fuck
is.
you. Yes, exactly.
I'm mad at how good that is on multiple. Fuck off. God damn it. So yeah.
Yeah, no one did.
When did it become? Is this so? Baby boomers and Gen
Early
X
to-
didn't do it.
Gen
Millennials
X
and
didn't-
Gen Y do.
No, whoever's in the early 2000s.
Oh, so-
because like
Teenagers?
not even early two. I'll tell you for me. I can tell you from my generation. We specifically.
If I wanted my dick sucked by a black girl,
Oh, you trying to? Okay, you going the other way. Okay, you going the other way. But like, honest truth,
I'll give you a price range.
I was for sure two things. I forgot her name.
no, I don't need a reference.
No, but I'm saying my neck, my back chick.
Yeah.
Her right. It started with that, but
Ezel?
then I forgot her name. But that's funny. That's
you.
hilarious. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that's funny.
God damn, that's pretty
My
good.
neck and my back.
But I can't think of her name right now. But that and then
Peaches?
2007, Lil Wayne dropped the Pussy Monster song. For my generation, I'm just saying for my generation, he was like the dude that like when he started, that was when it was like it's okay. So my first introduction to pussy
It's
was
always
eating
been
it.
okay.
Yeah, like that's all I've known, and I've known to just show up, eat it, and
like
leave.
freshman year in college.
Right.
when-
But the head part, like the black girls give it, that was how you had to confirm you was down for me. if you couldn't if you didn't suck no dick, I'm not buying shit at lunch. Bitch, you gonna eat regular food. I ain't buying no chicken strips. You know what I mean? You gonna have to eat that weird ass square pizza
He just called
with the rest of them.
Just called chicken strips bougie food.
Well, it was all right, it's the square pizza.
Yeah.
Square pizza,
Or
yes.
the chicken strips and fries.
My school, the square pizza got you the blowjob. Completely
Well,
different.
yeah, but that's because no one had heard of pizza.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
The
This
Italians hadn't made it over.
This dick has still never been in a black girl's mouth to this day.
Man.
Never.
Never.
I will tell
Not
you
once.
this. It is 100% better than Whitehead.
I'm gonna ring in as a. I'm gonna ring in as a.
Of course you gonna ring in as that.
Yeah, well, just
Have you had your dick sucked by a black chick?
no, but
So nigga, you ain't credible.
Okay.
I've had both.
you could have had bad both.
Ain't no bad both. I ain't had no bad head.
And
There
let me-
is
hold
no.
on,
I
let
have
me-
never
let me-
had bad.
let me-
I don't even like head.
Let me tell you
I don't
why.
even like how I sound when I'm getting it.
Let me tell you why I'm gonna err on the side of Trey here. Because
Fucking.
Aura.
Go ahead. I ain't gonna.
Aura. Here's the reason why I'm
You are
'cause
Aura.
I know when I started to go down on women, I was like, yes, let's do this. There was some enthusiasm. So I think for black women it's new. So it probably is fucking phenomenal because they're like, let me show this motherfucker what I can do.
Bro.
Whereas white women are
No,
like,
nobody wants
First of
new.
all,
I don't
no,
want
it ain't
new
new.
mouth. I
new
don't.
when it's enthusiastic. motherfucker.
Enthusiastic mouth that doesn't know what it's doing
First
is
of all, my
not
dude.
good mouth.
First of all, my dude, this ain't a bitch from Good Times that's sucking your dick. This is a new school Big Bang Theory bitch. This is a Bob's Burger bitch. I'm just saying, this is some anime watching hoes. These are bitches that are good at this. First of all, can I just say, Whitehead, lips too thin. I don't want saltine crackers sucking my dick. I want some motherfucking lusciousness on my shit.
Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you this one.
And it feels way better. That noise you like, them bitches be extra in porn on white because the lips ain't there. A black woman naturally sounds like a goddamn garbage disposal. Get the fuck, bro. Lose me with that shit.
lips thin or no lips thin, I can tell you this much. White women try to put your dick to the back of their skull.
Oh yeah, because they overcompensating. They the Cracker Barrel of dick sucking.
Overcompensate away, goddammit.
Please
Yes,
overcompensate.
please do.
Once you get to that noise that sounds like you chugging a fucking gallon of water to a gallon of milk too fast, when you
Cool with all that.
Ralphie May, bless the soul, said every kiss begins with ah.
yes.
That's how you get that ring, bitch.
Yeah. I agree.
That's I don't need someone new to it evolutionarily. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure.
I'm curious.
You think y'all been sucking dick that long?
I think
No, I just mean over the course of like the last 30 years that matter to my whole life.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I just don't need you new to the game.
Lucy sucked tons of dick.
No, no doubt. No doubt. That's
She found the
absolutely.
dick on her forehead in the barrel. It was like, bitch, when did this get here?
I'm gonna
Survival
get
of the
you.
fittest.
I'm gonna stop all of you right here.
Oh boy.
And it's not about black or white.
This motherfucker finna do prostitutes.
I
I want to hear this. Hold
Yeah.
on. Go ahead, Rob.
The best dick.
Paid or unpaid?
The best dick you've ever sucked?
Unpaid. best blowjob I ever got was from a nurse, and the nurse is trained in the medical arts, and that bitch knew
transcends
tricks
race.
that no hoe has ever fucking. You can get a fucking whore been at the game 20 fucking years. This chick
The
Knew
nurse.
where the nerve
the
endings
nurse. The nurse
Knew where the nerve endings were.
Yeah, she knew all the fucking tricks.
But I can
I
vouch
did
for that.
this. I did this in one of our first 20 podcasts. So I'm gonna do it again, even though it might get me in trouble.
No, it's not.
The best at anything I've ever had is hands down, and it's been proven multiple times by multiple women. Jew. Jewish girls can fuck. I went to Bel Air High School, so that's all I had.
The best. Oh,
Why do you think they doing that shit? Why
is
do you
that?
think these white bitches was adding all that
Yeah.
collagen and all that shit to their
To be
lips?
black.
Because their husband were bass
suck
fishermen,
that,
and
suck that
they're
dick better.
like,
Yeah, it's the best I think I ever had.
All
Was,
these
I'm not putting my dick anywhere near that, by the way.
This shit look like bad
I'm not.
blackface.
no, that looks like a prolapse
That looks
face.
like
That looks like whiteface.
It looks like
That's how bad it is.
if you were trying to
Looks
make
like the
bait
lips
to
before-
cut off a dick.
Yeah.
That's what you would use.
They look like human anime.
No,
but from the
yes,
20s
yes.
and racist.
It looks like
Yes.
if my dick was a stuntman about to jump off a building, that would be what it landed in.
That looks like it was on the back of a pack of 1920s flour.
Yeah, that's terrible, y'all.
Ugh.
Wow.
Nurse transcends race, religion.
Nurse transcends everything. You're
Nurse
100% right. CNA, bro, I'm not lying. I feel like women that went to Everest have too high standards when they're looking for relationships.
Oh, now you're
But
bringing
as
Latinos
far
in.
as fucking, they got it on lock. Something about that certification just makes the mouth and pussy better.
For nurses.
You think?
That should be the commercial for
have you-
Everest.
have
Hey,
you-
you want
have-
to tighten that pussy?
Have you ever had sex with a school teacher?
Yes, my wife is a teacher.
And I've had sex with his wife. So the point
Nigga,
is,
no, the fuck you haven't. Yeah, in this shit. This has been another episode, motherfucker.
Jenny goes, completely leaving out Latinas. Okay. I mean,
Y'all all right. Y'all got them weird ass. Never mind.
no, Latinas.
afterbirth bellies.
Hang on. Fuck that. Don't start there.
you say
I will tell you right now.
afterbirth belly?
They all got them.
not
No,
true. Not true.
Latinas are great in bed, but y'all are really fucking fertile, and you scare the shit out of me.
Absolutely. That is.
Scare the shit out of me.
There's there are like 3 rules to all of life, and I don't know what the first 2 are, but number 3 is definitely don't come in a Mexican. It is.
Fuck no, dude. But Latinas, dude, one, the sex is fucking amazing. As far
I don't have
as
any-
far
I've
as
never
on
had
the
any-
head scale goes, I don't know how to rate that. But the sex with Latina women is actually really amazing, especially because when they really get into it, they start speaking English, and it's hot as fuck. It's hot as fuck. Ideas meal. There's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but I'm going harder because as long as you keep saying it, it's fucking great.
When they do whatever they go back to bed. I don't know how you say that in Spanish, but they yell that a lot.
Boy, Latina women, there's
alright.
you've got a spot on the Mount Rushmore for sure.
All right, we got to listen.
There's only 4 places, and there's only 4 races.
I was trying to make it a compliment. Why you stop?
The Rob thinks there's only 4 races.
Quit peeling back.
Hispanic, Asian, white, black.
I don't think anyone here has had sex with an Arab woman.
You're right.
All right, we gotta get out of here. We'll stick around for a little bit more conversation. There's only 4 races. The 4 of us will be back.
The fuck is this? The Olympics, nigga?
We come see us December 26th at where are we? The Secret Group.
Special Olympics.
See
We
you
didn't talk
there.
about Asians.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.